More than 200 world leaders representing different nations have converged for the United Nations Climate Change Conference in Scotland amid calls to avert a climate disaster across the world.
World leaders have already pledged to save the forests by the year 2030, but the devastating impact of climate change continued to spread around the world, and Kenya is not spared.
That's right. Tonight, Maryanne Nyambura examines the impact of rising water levels in Kenya's Rift Valley and why education is beginning to take its toll in the region.
It is 6:30 a.m. here in Nosukuro, Baringo South. The sun is out, and so is 40-year-old Pauline Lolpisia. Pauline woke up just in time to prepare her son Danson Matano for school. Her family is among 3,087 households that were displaced from their homes in Baringo County in 2020. Pauline has been relocating to higher grounds every few months since this latest crisis began.
Tangu siku hiyo hii barini ikikuja hii maji ametuhangaisha sana. Ametuhamisha mara 3. Tangu siku hiyo hatukupata mahali vizuri ambaye tutakaa. The
mother of 7 says breakfast is not guaranteed at this home, and so Danson has to head out to school on an empty stomach. With just one book in his bag and no school uniform in place, he still yearns to acquire knowledge.
Siku hiyo tulihamia hii mlima, tulikaa hii mlima sasa. Hakuna kazi yenye unaweza fanya upate hata pesa ya kununulia mtoto uniform. Hata wakati hiyo shule imesamishwa na maji. Kwa hivyo hata siku hiyo mtoto alihangaika sana kusoma.
Danson, who is a grade 5 pupil at Nosukuro Primary, has to walk for 500 meters to get to the lakeside. Here, most of the students have already arrived. And before long, the scary journey to school begins. For these pupils, the thirst for education far outweighs the risks they face here, and so they have to brave it all. As we filmed this piece, a crocodile first approached. Dead silence in the boat as it passed by. Human-wildlife conflict is a reality here. Humans and animals are competing for the little resources left.
Nikiwa mkubwa vile nitasoma, nikiwa mkubwa nitapenda kuwa gavana kwa sababu nitakuja kuwasaidia watu wetu wahame kwa hapa, waache shida, waende mbali na maji na nini. Nipeleke mbali kabisa hii maji siwafuate tena kwa sababu ikiwafuata ni shida tena.
The students get to school by 8 a.m. after spending 20 minutes on water. Learning resumes for another day, albeit with many challenges. But their school, Nosukuro Primary, is surrounded by water. The school has 6 classrooms, and the head teacher says only 67 out of the expected 84 pupils resumed learning. Almost 20 of them cannot be traced.
Maji ya ziwa ilikuwa nyingi. Watu wenye wazazi wa wanafunzi waliweza kuhama. Kuna wenye walihama zaidi ya mara 4 mpaka wakaanza kuhama kwenda sehemu za kiserian.
During lesson breaks, pupils cannot do much, just like their peers in other schools. Their movement is restricted. Their previous playfields remain submerged. Teachers and the pupils are at times forced to spend the night in school, owing to the unpredictable weather. They literally live at the mercy of the raging waters.
Tunalisha hata na wao walale shule bila kufika kwao kwa sababu ya upepo. Ikivuma mawimbi yanakuwa kali, so itakuwa hatari kwa watoto kufuka kwenda kwao.
At the new Ngambo ECD in Kiwanja Ndege, Baringo South. Pupils are prepping for a Kiswahili lesson. It is 12 noon and the rays of the scorching sun seep through these branches. Their lessons take place under this tree, and at this young age, they have no choice but to brave the elements.
Tuko tena na shida ya blackboard. Hatuna blackboard kabisa kwa hii shule. Na tena ya tatu hata mimi sijaajiriwa na serikali. Sasa hata iko shida ya malipo. Huwa hata silipu hata kitu kidogo, ni wachache tu wanaweza kulipa.
Before they were displaced, the pupils yearned and learned a lot. Now the teacher says they struggle to concentrate.
Concentration ya watoto ni mbaya sana kwa sababu watu wanapita. Saa ingine wengine wanaleta mbusi kupitia hapo. Alafu ile wanaleta mbusi watoto wanaanza kuangalia tena.
According to education officials, at least 7 schools in Baringo South were submerged in a phenomenon that has puzzled residents here. An unusual rise in water levels in Lake Baringo and other lakes in the region. Now construction work is complete in 5 schools, but there is a lot more to be done.
The other major effect that is can be recorded is the quality of education. Now, in the new sites, the teachers have to live very far because the schools are also in isolated areas where there is no market centers. So the teachers coming from far, a few have insisted on taking transfer because they are unable to operate.
Since March 2020, a special team comprising 49 experts, among them geologists and research scientists, embarked on a fact-finding mission to establish the true cause of the unprecedented rise of the Rift Valley as well as the Nyanza Lakes. With the task force report now out, at least 75,000 households have been affected across 13 counties. The damning revelation by climate experts here at home comes as world leaders unite at the Climate Change Conference in Glasgow to chart the way forward and save the planet. And even here, they know urgent action is needed.
Nataka dunia kwa mkutano ya Glasgow yenye inafanyika wapate kujua ya kwamba mahali hapa Nuskuro upande huu imeadhirika na sehemu zote yenye imefikiwa na maji wapate kusongesha ama itengwe, waweke vitu yenye inaonyesha si salama pa kuweka kujenzi yeyote.
As the talks go on in distant lands, here they live one day at a time, hoping the water will subside soon, that someone will hear their plight, that in the end, the world leaders will do the right thing and give them a chance to pursue their education in peace and have a better future. Maryanne Nyambura, Citizen TV.